answer that question right now because we have our guest standing by. Publisher Ovation Magazine, Dele Momodu, joining us right now. Good morning. Happy Democracy Day. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. And how are you today?
Very well, thank you. Let's begin with, I'm certain that you listened to the president's speech this morning. Let's begin with your perspective of your perception of the president of the speech and the major highlights for you.
For me, as a 64-year-old Nigerian, I have listened to more than enough speeches. And maybe it's becoming monotonous. Maybe the speeches are just meant to douse tension, but the speeches at the end of the day amount to nothing. It's just like the annual budgets. We all wait patiently for the budget. And then the budget offers so many promises. X amount of money has been allocated to education, to aviation, to health, and so on. And at the end of the day, the year will just roll by and nothing new would have happened.
Why do you think so?
Well, I don't know. It's lack of sincerity on the part of those who govern Nigeria. It's lack of sincerity. There are people, there are speech writers, of which you know I'm a writer myself, who just write what they think the public wants to hear. And then they bring the principal to a recording room and they record a speech already written. And the job of the principal is to be an actor, read the speech, and your aides will clap, oh, well delivered, sir.
So invariably you're saying this is not a true reflection of the president's intention for the people.
Well, I am not clairvoyant, but I am pessimistic about Nigeria at my age. That's why I told you I've listened to more than enough speeches. For example, the president says our funds, the reforms initiated by our government would lay a solid foundation for Nigeria. If at 64, I was born in the year of our independence, if at 64, we're still laying foundation, I wonder when we are going to build the house. The Yoruba have a saying, if it takes us 20 years to prepare for madness, when are we going to run mental? So if we're still laying a foundation at 64, then something is critically wrong with us. That is number one. The president says, I feel your pain. I doubt. Why do I doubt? I doubt because if you feel the pain of the ordinary people, this government will not go on a binge the way they have been. We just witnessed the opening of a new building, a new home for the vice president, costing over 20 billion. A government that feels the pain of the people will not embark on such outlandish and ambitious projects at this time. The reason why the people are not ready to tighten their belt is that they've realized that government after government tells them, oh, tighten your belt, it's for your sake, it's for your future. But it turns out to be a case of do as I say and not as I do. So when a leader says, I feel your pain, he must show it, he must reflect it in every way. But unfortunately, we have not seen this. If you ask me what has been the biggest sin of this government in the last 1 year, it is this lack of frugality. We thought we have seen it all, and a new government that we introduce very painful decisions would show in action, not in word, that yes, we mean what we are saying and we will do it. So going forward, my advice to the government of Ashoka Bola Ahmed Tinubu is that they should begin to demonstrate positive action and not just these eye-falutin words of, oh, I feel your pain, oh, we are laying a foundation. It's like taking a patient to a doctor. Right. The patient is breathing at the time he arrives at the doctor's office. Then the doctor gives just one injection and the patient faints. This is what we have witnessed in 1 year. This patient that got to the doctor wasn't feeling fine. He had cold symptoms, he had headache, and suddenly, from those minor ailments, the man goes into coma. Something is wrong. You cannot call that laying of a foundation.
Unfortunately, our time is up. Can you hear me? Unfortunately, our time is up. We can't move forward with this conversation as it is, because we need to quickly go on a break, and we have other guests waiting to join us. But we must thank you, Dele Momodu, publisher, Ovation.